Helps if my mic's not muted.
Let's go.
So today we're going to be looking at a little trick you could do. If you know that you're going to be having a tough lane, now typically you would kind of want your support to help you do this, but what you're doing effectively is you're going to tank the first wave and hold it at this point here, and you're going to try to get an early freeze. The whole point is to get an early freeze, and
sounds dangerous.
you would do this in a lane that you know that you're going to be having a tough time, or if they're going to have a really aggressive jungler. And pretty much, as you can see here, their wave reinforced earlier, causing your minions to take damage before your second wave started taking damage. So therefore, your wave's going to naturally put, or the wave's going to naturally push in your direction. We could see right here we have 3 caster minions and they have 5, and this is exactly where you want it to be in order to get this push going. Two minions is kind of the key here. And
no problem.
well, you might be saying, well, Christian, I'm pushed ahead. Not what you were saying, being able to freeze the wave where you had said in previous video that you'd want to. And yeah, but typically you don't get early jungle aggression on bot lane. You don't really want to do this on mid lane, just because level 2 ganks are pretty common. So for you to be pushed this far up for the mid lane is not really a good idea. But on the bot lane, this is just going to slowly get in your advantage. This is going to slowly work its way towards your tower. We could say we're here on wave 4's coming up, I believe it is. And they have quite a few more minions. Now this is a little bit too much, so I'm going to thin it out a little bit because we want 2 more minions than they do. Because right now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more range minions than we do. So right there we have 3. This is pretty good. This is a pretty good minion count right here, and it's slowly pushing in on us, and this is exactly what we want. And then once we get it to where we want it, we're just gonna freeze it. So again, a little bit too many minions. I should have been auto attacking a little bit more, but right here, boom, money. And you could literally hold it here all day. Now your minions will reinforce faster than theirs will, but the fact that they have more minions to begin with is going to counteract that fact that your minions are showing up to reinforce. And that was all due to just tanking that wave initially. Now, again, making sure you're keeping track of how many minions there are, because I should have thinned the wave a little bit, because right now these have the potential of getting hit by the tower, like that guy right there.
Over here.
But yeah, now we've effectively created a freeze in the lane. And we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's usually the caster minions the ones that really matter. So if you have 2 more caster minions, that is exactly, because this is going to push a little bit too hard right here with how many minions they have. And if you're going against somebody who's also last hitting, obviously your minions are going to die a little bit quicker. If you were against a Caitlyn, she could have just queued that last 2 minions there, and thus pushing the wave into your tower or forcing you to tank the wave and take damage. So you always want to be keeping track of the minions. So right now, I have equal number of range minions, but they do have more 2 caster minions. And so yeah, that's really about it. I wanted to talk about was just that little trick of initially tanking the damage. Now, of course, if you have a Leona on your team, you're gonna want her to do this, but initially tanking that very first wave and stopping the wave right here, so that way you can get the wave pushing in your favor. And yeah, that's about it. And you could literally sit here and freeze it all day. And what this does for you is, well, allows your enemies to be now this minion didn't die here. This is it's a lot harder to freeze when you don't have somebody CSing on the other side, but because now we just pushed out. But yeah, that's about it.